First reading. A reading from the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verses 5 to 18. When Pharaoh, king of Egypt, was told that the people had fled, he and his officials changed their attitude towards the people. What have we done? They said, allowing Israel to leave our service. So Pharaoh had his chariot harnessed and set out with his troops, taking 600 of the best chariot and all the other chariots in Egypt, with officers in each. Yahweh made Pharaoh, king of Egypt, stubborn, and he gave chase to the Israelites. The Israelites marched confidently away, but the Egyptians, all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, his horsemen, and his army, gave chase and caught up with them, where they lay encamped beside the sea near Pihorioth, facing Baal Zephon. As Pharaoh approached, the Israelites looked up, and there were the Egyptians in pursuit of them. The Israelites were terrified and cried out to Yahweh for help. To Moses they said, was it for lack of graves in Egypt that you had to lead us out to die in the desert? What was the point of bringing out of Egypt? Did we not tell you as much in Egypt? Leave us alone, we said. We would rather work for the Egyptians. We prefer to work for the Egyptians than to die in the desert. Moses said to the people, do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see what Yahweh will do to rescue you today. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. Yahweh will do the fighting for you. All you need to do is to keep calm. Yahweh then said to Moses, why cry out to me? Tell the Israelites to march on. Your part is to raise your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea and divide it, so that the Israelites can walk through the sea on dry ground. While I, for my part, shall make the Egyptians so stubborn that they will follow them, and I shall win glory for myself at the expense of Pharaoh and all his army, chariots, and horsemen. And when I have won glory for myself at the expense of Pharaoh and his chariots and horsemen, the Egyptians will know that I am Yahweh. This is the word of Lord. Thanks be to God. A reading from the Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 12, verses 38 to 42. Then some of the scribes and Pharisees spoke up. Master, they said, we should like to see a sign from you. He replied, it is an evil and unfaithful generation that asks for a sign. The one sign it will be given is the sign of the prophet Jonah. For as Jonah remained in the belly of the sea monster for 3 days and 3 nights, so will the Son of Man be in the heart of the earth for 3 days and 3 nights. On judgment day, the men of Nineveh will appear against this generation, and they will be its condemnation. Because when Jonah preached, they repented. And look, there is something greater than Jonah here. On judgment day, the queen of the south will appear against this generation and be its condemnation, because she came from the ends of the earth to hear the wisdom of Solomon. And look, there is something greater than Solomon here.